Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of 20 Sides of Failure, playing Curse of Strahd, episode 20. Guys, 20 already. I will be the person holding your hand through the deep and dark spooky wood, ex Benny, but not about me. How about my players? Tonight, we have a group selected, ready to face the darkness. And we'll start with the darkest of them all, our Elven Sorcerer.
Hello, everyone. It's Mythical. I am the voice of Saya Sombra, who has believed to returned as a ghost. Ooh, happy Halloween over there. Um, and so far, everything seems normal about her, but perhaps we'll discover some new things about her in the upcoming episodes. Who knows?
And coming after that, we have our Furbolg Druid. If they're there. Okay, no response. So they obviously, something's not working with their mic. They might be externally muted. Nope. Mic issues. While they're fixing that, we will then move on to our card pack, the rest of the card pack. Jack, how are we doing?
Heyo, I'm Dusky B. I'm playing Jack with his trusty right hand, King.
And if they're not on their right, then they're definitely on his left. Queenie.
Hi everybody, I'm English Ray and I play Queenie, another human cleric. Am I supposed to fluff this a bit more to give Ness some time?
No, because we still have our paladin waiting in the wings.
Hello. I'm Norrin Nightingale, and I will be playing Aurora Rose, who is still, grieving and traumatized and sad and all the other, sadness feels.
And then joining on with the group, I will give them the chance to introduce themselves when they fix their mic. We have Sonda Elwood. Oh, you think they fixed it? Go on, Ness.
Sorry.
Hey.
I think something's been going on with our internet or our circuit breaker or whatever the fuck, but I think I fixed it. Hello, everyone. It's your friendly neighborhood Ness, and I play Sonder Elwood, the Furbolg Druid, who is so entirely out of his fucking element. Good lord.
Oh, I love it. But it has been a week off and 2 weeks since our last session, so to catch everyone up to speed, oh god. That threw me for a loop. Okay, so the party died. 4 of the 6 met their ends in the first floor of a coffin shop. Azazel and Aurora made their way back to the tavern and began the process of grieving. Coming to a later decision, or at least Aurora coming to a later decision, that they were going to keep protecting Irina. They were going to keep going on, even if all it was for the sake of Austra's memory. Then entered the full house card deck. 3 people chucked into Barovia for mysterious wants and whims, making their way to Vallaki with just a list of names and being told that they would be helpful in trying to leave this place. Saya, we'll be actually starting with you today because there is a thing we didn't do last episode that I want to do with you this one.
Ooh, okay.
But Saya rejoins the group, literally walking through the locked bedroom door, announcing her presence to the two remaining members of her party. The day ended with staggered
She did a surprise.
introductions.
I'm not dead.
Pretty much. There was a couple of staggered introductions where some people have met the new people, some people have not. A bouquet was made as a sorry for your loss gesture, and everyone went to bed with the plan of meeting in the morning to discuss what they were going to do. But I want to go back a little bit to the day before with you, Saya. Because you know what you did, but no one else knows what you did. So I'd like to go over that for the audience.
Okay.
As you open the door to the church, a duffel bag of bones over your shoulder. You do cause a bit of stir and a bit of a commotion.
Of course.
Your torn clothes, bloodied state. People immediately start coming over to ask if you're okay.
She's immediately looking for the what's his face? That guy.
Mm-hmm.
To basically go over to him and say, the mission's complete. We got what you needed in this bag, which is the bones. And she would also say that there's been casualties, but she wouldn't get into it. At least not right away.
Is that what Saya is saying verbatim? Like,
Yeah.
word for word? Okay. So, the father does come over to you, and he, seeing the bag, kind of assumes what's in it, so begins to take it from you, but immediately tenses up, and like you can see him physically shrink when you out loud say that the bones of Saint Andral are not where they should be, and they're in this bag.
Oh, fuck! Ye-
The people in the church that were around you, because they were wanting to make sure that you were okay, immediately turn to the father. And they, like, a couple of questions start being yelled. A little bit of outrage starts pouring up because they believed that they were safe in this church because of the bones. So now
Damn
they
it.
know that their priest has been lying to them.
Well, shit.
Say,
The father will just like take the bag from you, give you like a very quick thank you, and a sorry for your loss, and then immediately goes into damage control. As he's now having to go around different people in the church, trying to appease them and make them feel better. And oh, he didn't lie because it was out of kindness. It wasn't out of maliciousness. Like, he hopes that they can still trust him. Like, he's going around just trying to douse the fire that you've just started.
Oh, the bones were just being cleaned. Don't worry about it. It was still fine. Ha ha ha. Ha.
He is thinking really quickly and looks at everyone who's kind of all like startled and whatnot, and she basically more or less says, the priestess had everyone's best interest he is still a trustworthy person and everything's okay.
Make a persuasion check for me.
That's a 12.
No, that was me rolling a 12. You still need to roll.
Oh, I thought I hit it. Oops. Never mind. Just kidding.
Okay, so the priest looks over at you with a grateful smile as people seem to be listening to you and taking the weight of your words. You almost teaming up with the priest to try and make everyone calm down a little bit does the best way of putting it, it calms them down. Not to the point that they're happy. There are still a couple of people that are not happy at all, but they're no longer yelling like accusations at the priest.
Oh, well, that's better than nothing. She kind of turns and says, "You're all in good hands. Everything is okay." And more or less just being like, "Don't worry about anything. Everything will get back to normal shortly." Basically saying whatever the priest is saying, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I'll say that with the 17, like you spend a little bit of time the best way of putting it is like putting out that fire. Like you manage to calm people down, they go back to their seats. There's still like a couple of bits of grumbling from the more like irate members of the congregation, but they're at least pacified enough where you know that Father Lucian and his attendant aren't going to have any problems from now.
And she's kind of nods and she's kind of takes like a breath of, that could have gone a lot worse than she thought it would. But yeah. She completed her mission.
You see the attendant that I'm really gonna quickly get the name up of because I have forgotten his name. What is the name of this boy? Oh, there we go.
His name is, I was gonna say his name is Derek.
His name is totally Derek. Yeska. There we go. So you see Father Lucian kind of whispering to Yeska, and Yeska starts rallying the townsfolk to him, saying something about doing a candlelight vigil around the graveyard to help bless the space. And he starts like handing candles out to people and leading them outside.
Okay, that's good.
And then as soon as the last commoner is like outside, Father Lucian starts prying up the floorboards with the intention of putting the bones back where they come from.
Ah, yes.
Like, they've already been stolen once. He didn't want anyone else seeing where he kept these bones. So he's like, Yeska, get him out. So that I can put the bones back.
She's just kind of watching him start going crazy over everything.
It's less crazy and more the thing of, I need to do this quickly. Because there's only so much time that Yeska can buy me by making everyone walk through the graveyard.
She's gonna step forward and go, "Can I help you in any way?"
in all honesty, keeping an eye on the door. I need to know when they're returning.
Absolutely. I can do that. And she'll keep watch on the door.
Almost a 20. Fair enough. You can hear Yeska speaking some kind of prayer in common. He seems to be evoking the name of the Dawn Father. He is asking for blessings to be placed on this, like, sacred hallowed ground. And you do actually hear people joining in. This must be quite a common prayer. But it seems that people are buying it. They're like, yep, we're doing this vigil to bless the space. No one is complaining or asking why they're just not inside. Yeska's leading them on a nice little, like, snake-like zigzag through the different rows of the graves, like, taking his time. And when you turn back round to check on Father Lucian, the floorboards have been put back into place. Admittedly, a sharp eye could probably tell that a floorboard had recently been broken, but it's definitely a good enough patch job that no commoner is going to be able to see it.
Okay. Just, can I have Saya roll to see if she can see where it is in case anything happened?
Of course, yeah. Perception check. No. The fact that you feel very confident in his position is because you can't see a thing. Floorboard's right back where it used to be. You can't even see a seam.
Oh, good! The bones are back, they're hidden, everything's fine. I like that. Once that's kind of done, she goes up to him and kind of goes, we helped you. Perhaps you can still help me like we have talked about before?
Oh, of course, you were wanting the letter of recommendation.
Yes. Precisely. You are able to write that still, can you not?
Of course, if you will allow me to head into the back, then I will get that started for you now.
And Saya will nod to him.
I will say, Saya, that as the father goes back into the back to get whatever supplies that he needs, you start to feel incredibly uncomfortable. There's something about this place, and especially now that the bones have been put back, where you don't want to be in this church anymore. There's something almost primal about it. Well, you can't explain it, you don't know where it's coming from, but your fight or flight is kicking in, and flight is winning.
Yeah, what's his name again? The priest?
Father Lucian.
Lucian?
Mm.
Okay. She's just gonna... At first, she's just kind of like shifting her body, trying to ignore it. And as it gets worse, she kind of follows his steps and just goes, "Father Lucian, I'm sorry. I have to go. Can you deliver this to me later? I remember I have someplace I have to go."
And you just hear like a call from like the back vestry, It's like, it's fine, dear. I will have Yeska run it over either later or in the morning, and you'll have your letter then.
She is gone
Mm.
within that second of hearing everything.
Yeah. And as soon as it's not even when you step out the front of the church, like, it's not until you get past that small, like, wrought iron fence that is, like, the boundary posting that you then feel comfortable.
I'm gonna have her turn and look up at the church and then look at herself and go, what is going on? This isn't normal. And then she'll just run off to the inn.
And then that is when the events of last episode happened. And now we jump back forward in time to the next day, the next morning. You all wake up in your assigned rooms, all fully rested, with a little bit of an objective in mind. For some of you, it's to meet new people. For some of you, it's to just put on a brave face. And I will say Aurora, because you will probably be the only person that cares. An almost intrusive thought pops into your head. The festival's tomorrow.
Oh.
The Festival of the Rising Sun. That festival that you were really looking forward to. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, yay. Slow thumbs.
What is everyone doing?
I believe Erwin and I were gonna sit down and talk about vampires, if I remember correctly.
You were. Owen doesn't come down immediately. You're probably down in the tap room before he is. But as it gets to about 10 a.m., he does come down with his wife and they begin to set up for the day.
Yeah, Sandra would kind of just be at one of the tables, just kind of like letting them set up, not really like bombarding them the first thing they come down, but as soon as they start to like get everything set up and there's no like people coming in and it's just them doing like prep work, he'll kind of like very sheepishly like go up to the bar and kind of just awkwardly wait until somebody says hi.
And going up to him, Erwin, like, you're tall, Zonda, like, no one compares to you other than King that you've met. Erwin definitely isn't as tall as you, but he is still mid-6 feet range and a barrel of a man.
Mm-hmm.
So as he comes up to you, there's definitely this, like, jolly presence. It's not intimidating, but there is, like, a presence to him.
He would just kind of like smile like sheepishly and just good morning.
And a good morning to you, too. Sonder, yes?
Yes, that would be my name.
Beautiful. I believe food is being prepared for us. We'll take a table, and I will answer any questions you have.
Oh, thank you so much. Just let me know whenever you're ready. No rush at all.
Well, we'll head over now, and then when food is brought over, we can start before, during, after.
Sandra will give kind of like a quick nod, and like scramble to get his like supplies ready. So he gets out like his journal and like a quill and ink and kind of just sets it up on the table and is like ready to start writing down notes as soon as Erwin's like sitting comfortably.
Of course. He takes his seat, and you can see that he's wearing, even though he's inside, he's wearing like a decent, like, padded coat with a doublet, and he kind of pushes his tails out behind him so that he doesn't sit on, like, the edge of the coat.
Very refined gentleman, I see.
But he very happily asks whatever questions you have.
Very much of the usual, like, I've only heard of vampires as stories, I didn't know they were actually real, like, what is their hunting pattern? You know, when are they most active? How do they reproduce? Like, how, what weaponry is best efficient against them? And are there any behaviors that you could do to kind of, like, how should I say, like, make yourself appear more friendly to them? Because he's thinking of it, like, from a animal standpoint, and less of, like, a humanoid standpoint.
But yeah, to bullet point what Erwin tells you, in terms of weaponry, he shrugs, because Strahd has been alive for many hundreds of years, and people have been trying to kill him for every single one of them. No one has found a weapon that seems to work.
Well, that's a bit disconcerting, but
I would
we'll figure it out.
I would assume more towards the magical side of things, since I've seen wounds heal when they've just cut him with a knife.
Magical means. Okay.
And then going through it all is like, there's certain traits, like they can't enter a room unless they've been invited in. So as long as you're in a house that he doesn't have access to, you should be fine. He can transform into certain shapes, so wolves, bats are his go-tos, but he can also turn into, like, thick mist and hide in the fog. Noticing your tone in the sense of, like, more animal than humanoid, he looks at you and just goes, Strahd is intelligent. He will talk to you like a human, trick you like a human. Even better then. But that also means that he can be talked to. From the sounds of it, one of your party members has already had a conversation with him.
His ears kind of, like, perk up a little bit. Oh, that's very interesting. I'll have to ask them more about him then, his traits and how he behaves. Because, you know, maybe it will come in handy. Especially if we're to get out of here at some point. If we come across him, we could do something. Just kind of, like, just kind of shrugs his shoulders like anything will help.
Very much so. But he, what's it called? But no, he answers all your questions. He makes sure that he's as thorough as possible. And then just kind of looks between the, like, all of you. He just goes, I would spend the morning getting on the same page and then maybe finding something to do this afternoon.
You cut out finding what?
Finding something to do this afternoon.
Yes, I do believe we were supposed to meet everybody else in the group, because we've only met 2 people, and there's still one more that we have to say hello to. And then we were going to talk about what to do after that. We haven't really gotten that far yet.
Have any recommendations for...
Are you just walking up?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I was about to ask her, all 3 of us sitting down at this table because we all, like, shared a room together. So are we all up and down, or...?
So what I will say is that Sonder is the only one that made a specific effort to be like, I want to talk to Erwin. But Owen isn't going to say no if all of you join at the table. But then it becomes a decision on your part. Are you joining the table?
I'll make it easy on people and say I will join the table.
Jack would be there, but not really paying attention to the whole vampire talk.
Mm-hmm.
Weenie would be.
So hearing the thing of like any suggestions, he like quirks an eyebrow, being like, "For what? Talking to them?"
Not so much for a conversation with them, more just things to do around town.
Oh,
Something to go out for an outing.
and he like kind of scratches his chin at that, and he says, "Well, if you're looking for things to do, then well, there's always places in town to look into. There is also places just outside of town if you're wanting to sightsee. If you're wanting a bit more of a bonding experience," and you can see his lips like kind of quirk at the word bonding. There's a windmill that they pass not. You will have seen it on the way up. Home to some interesting ladies that I'm sure your compatriots will happily tell you about. If not, you can always head further west. There are multiple areas that you could check out. There is there's like a haunted mansion off to the west. There's also a village that was abandoned a long time ago, but there's always potential things to find.
Take note of. I do appreciate that.
I do remember you saying, Jack, you wanted to have a look at the toy maker in town?
I don't think they're all going to want to do that.
Well, Blinsky is less than 10 minutes walk away if you wish to do that before you head off.
I have to swing by there then.
Should we go now or are we waiting for him to get up?
I think we wait for them. I don't want them to get down here and us not be here.
Yeah, that would be kind of rude, wouldn't it?
Well, then this becomes the debate, because Owen didn't come down immediately. You would have been waiting for an hour or two if you got up at the standard D&D time of 8 a.m. So then I turn to Saya and Aurora. How long does it take you to get your ass out of bed?
Probably a while for Aurora in this case. Even if she's awake, she'd probably just be laying there for a while. Partially also waiting for Azazel to wake up.
If you're waiting for Azazel is like, it's a horrible night. Like, he slept, but it wasn't one of the ones where it's just like tossing, turning, just like, I hate life. No, he would make you get up, but like at some point, like not early, but like not late. He'd probably get up and just like, unfortunately, drag himself to the bar and like want coffee.
Fair enough. She'd probably follow behind then.
I think for Saya, she definitely would have been awake before everyone else, considering she's an elf. But I feel like she would have stayed in her room deep in thought, just trying to, all the new things she's been discovering about herself, being like, especially playing the thing through her interaction with Azazel about her walking through the door and the horrifying eyes from Aurora and Azazel that she could do that. Especially with like the feeling of like being in the church. Yeah, so she'd probably be thinking about everything, being like, what is going on? In
that case, then we'll say that with everyone, it seems, taking their sweet time, you would come downstairs at your own pace, but you would see the three new companions talking to Owen at a table.
We see this, you said?
Yeah, like when you come down and like you come through the front door to come get coffee or come sit down, like, they are very obviously, like, they've tucked themselves away in a booth off to the side, but they're one of the few patrons that are here. You kind of can't miss them.
I'm gonna, like, since Aurora's kind of coming down, I'm gonna look like, fuck, they're still here.
They're
Do
the
we
ones
see them?
Yeah, because to even enter the room, Azazel will have had to come through the front door.
I would stand up and walk over to them.
Oh, now they're coming over to talk. I'm too early. Oh, hi! Boy.
Hi!
Hi. Hi.
You okay?
Yeah. What do you want? I mean, good morning. How are you doing?
You've just woken up. I'm sure if you ask at the bar, coffee will be prepared.
That's usually what happens when you ask an establishment that serves drinks for a drink.
Just quirks an eyebrow at you. Looks to Aurora. Says, "Hi, I'm Queenie. It's nice to meet you."
Aurora. Aurora Rose.
Oh, that's pretty.
Thank you. She does her best to put on like a really, really nice smile.
You
Like-
can kind of tell what like Queenie is like broaching you very carefully, of like not overstepping, but kind of also like she's being nice.
Mm.
Yeah, Aurora, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that everyone has been prepped about your situation. So while you feel fragile, you now know that everyone knows you're fragile.
Great.
Is it clearly? Yeah. Is it obvious to everyone or just to Aurora? DM?
I would say, yeah, you have a high enough wisdom that it's the thing of like, oh, someone has said something, and now, at the very least, Queenie is aware.
Is the guy kind of look back and forth, but like, well, this ain't awkward at all. Let's go get some coffee and forget any of this happened. Let's
I-
walk over.
I look at Aurora and be like, "We're sitting at the booth over there. That one's Aces, and then the other one is Jack. Do you want to come and take a seat with us?" Oren was just telling us about Velaki. That's the right name, right? It's Velaki.
Owen gives you a reassuring, like, 2 big thumbs up, like, you got it, kid.
Yeah, Velaki.
All right. Yeah, I would like that.
Right. You can kind of see like she doesn't really know what to do with her hands. So it's kind of like there in front of her, like her fingers interlocked and like thumbs over the top of the other thumb. Just like, great! Oh, right, we need to sit now. Okay.
I would say shortly after that, Saya comes down.
And yeah, in that case, then say you see, it doesn't take long, Azazel, for you to be given coffee because Danica like heard you come in, so it's like, right, get the boiling water on, like, let's get it ready.
Cool. Excuse me. Sorry, I can't breathe. I heard Queenie say they were in a booth. Is there like a table next to that booth that I can like kind of pull up a chair and just sit outside the booth so I'm not in the booth with them?
Yeah, it's easy enough done.
I'll do that. We'll just kind of sit down and just sip the coffee and just look at all of them.
Does anybody else want any coffee?
I could use a cup.
Okay, I'll go order us some. And then Queenie goes up to the bar, orders coffee for everybody, but also asks for like a grazing breakfast. So that's like it's bits and pieces of everything, so people can pick at it while they talk and get acquainted.
Quick
Aurora.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to know, where is Aurora sitting?
Probably next to Queenie, I imagine, but otherwise I have no clue.
Okay. Because Azazel here kind of took my idea of what I wanted Saya to do.
Welcome.
You still can. There's more than enough space for you to get another chair.
Alright,
Nope,
yeah.
it's all me, baby. You can't fit. Sorry.
Just because just because her mind's kind of playing back of her going through stuff, and she just doesn't want she doesn't want the newcomers to figure out anything, at least not yet. So she's gonna pull a chair up next to Azazel.
Fair enough.
So like mutter under my breath, say copycat.
Seeing people coming over, I think Owen at that point would slide out of the booth. He doesn't leave, because he gets the feeling that you're going to ask more questions of him, but he does remove himself from the area, so it's now a little bit more comfortable, and like 3 people aren't squeezed onto one bench in a booth. But coffees are brought over, a couple of platters of like dried sliced meats and cheeses and like technically stale bread, but it's the equivalency of crackers.
Oh, I just ordered for the table. Everybody dig in.
Sonder would just kind of slide the coffee over to Jack and just kind of like sit patiently and kind of like pick at the meal, but he wouldn't touch the drink.
Another platter comes over and it's like a couple of bunches of grapes.
Oh, fucking going ham for the grapes. Let's go.
Sonder, they're sour. Like, they're nice and they're crisp, but these are sour grapes.
You see him just trying very hard not to, like, let his face pucker, because he doesn't want to be rude. So his left eye is kind of twitching a little bit, as he just,
Knowing what the twitch means, Queenie would whisper to Sonda, have some cheese with it.
just kind of, like, whispering back, I didn't expect them to be so sour.
Cheese helps. Have some of the cheese with it. It'll be fine.
He'll kind of just, like, nod with a little bit of a raised eyebrow and just kind of, like, put the cheese, like, on the bottom, put a grape on top, and kind of eat it like a sandwich.
There you go.
Better. Definitely not like home, but it'll do.
If possible, Saya wants to drink coffee.
Yeah, it's completely possible for you to drink coffee. You still need to eat and drink.
Oh no, I don't know where it is.
Queenie ordered like coffees and breakfast for the table, so you're sorted. Take your pick.
She's gonna get herself a cup of coffee.
Well, good morning, everyone. No, it's not the best terms. We did hear what happened to you guys the other day, and I do apologize for your guys' loss.
Wait, we heard what happened to us?
I heard you guys got into a scuffle, and not everyone came back. We were informed that you guys had a larger group.
Our condolences. And if there's anything we can do during this time to help you, just let us know.
Sonder would kind of... Oh,
Good.
sorry.
No, go.
Sonder would kind of, like, nod and just very, like, quietly, like, it's very difficult to lose those who are close to you, so please let us know if we can do anything to help. Even if it's just something simple that you wouldn't think would be a bother. Anything helps. And just kind of give a shy smile.
That's very kind. Thank you. It means a lot. She's gonna kind of hide behind like a sip of her coffee, just kind of not sure what else to say.
Jack is going to turn to look at Saya. So, what's your group's next step? What's the next part of your plan? way forward. Have you guys figured that out yet?
Mm. Speaking
So
of,
we haven't really introduced ourselves. I'm Queenie, this is Jack, this is Aces. We
Yes.
King.
Saya will nod, sip her coffee, and just kind of like look at everybody. To bring up what, or to add on what Jack was saying, she kind of looks over at Aurora and Azazel. I can't remember if I told you, but our mission's done. I completed it.
Yeah, what?
Our mission is done. The reason why we went there in the first place.
I lean over to Aurora. What was our mission there?
The bones of the saints.
Oh! Ah! Alright, cool. Thanks. Good job. And just kind of pats you on your shoulder.
I still have business to attend. I need... Well, once I get that letter of recommendation, I need
Help.
to go
I
to the
mean,
next town over.
Yeah, that.
And she kind of looks at Azazel. What do you mean that?
Nothing.
Just
Not
when you guys
going.
plan on heading over to the next town.
I didn't know we were, but apparently we are. I said we. What is wrong with me?
What do you mean? You're a group, aren't you?
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Welcome to the group. What do you want to call us? Big happy family. It's not scarred for life doing something stupid. That's the name. Now we gotta think of something better than that. The Three Amigos, but there's an amount of us. Play on words. Well, I'm not the only one talking right now.
Well, you seem to have... You seem to be a little bit conflicted with something.
Do I? You tell me what it is. I would love to know.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Then why would you bring it up?
Fair enough. Drop
I
it.
know. Good. I will too. How's your morning going?
Pretty good.
Good. Mine too.
All right.
You'll have to excuse my friend over here.
Just
Excuse me
whispers
for
to
what? I
Saya.
didn't pass any gas.
Just whispers across to Saya, like, is he your friend?
She looks over at Queenie and just kind of makes just kind of like does like a nod of yeah, kind of. I guess so.
A shrug.
Aurora is like, once Azazel says like we're doing this, she does kind of quietly look at him, considering they had the 24-hour thing. Just like, is this you saying you're coming with, or do we still need to like finish that talk?
I see you looking at me and be like, you have words, but I know what you're trying to say. I still have no idea, but apparently I said we, so for now, yes. That may change tomorrow, it may change tonight. I have no idea. I should not be talking until I've had the coffee, but I am, and no one's stopping me.
I'm gonna just push some coffee towards you.
That's very disrespectful.
Saya
Coffee.
Saya just having like sipped her cup, she just kind of goes, "Oh, so we? Not just I?"
No? You're a little bit behind. Maybe you need the coffee. That happened like 3 minutes ago.
That's not what I was implying about.
Okay, imply. Explain. That's the word.
I look to Jack and Aces with like a small amount of concern.
There's
I'm
a
just
little.
staring at this group, like eyes bouncing back and forth. Like, what the fuck is this group?
Oh, you would literally just see Saundra kind of like a little bit uncomfortable, like kind of like anxious leg bouncing. You can see his tail kind of flicking anxiously behind him as he kind of just like looks to you with like a "oh god, what have we done" kind of face.
Say,
Go ahead, yes.
Say's just gonna look at everyone and go, I just want you all to know if you plan to work with us, just know that someone else here likes to do things alone and make rash decisions on his own.
Excuse you? I have never done any such thing in my time I've known you.
You left!
No. Oh, okay. We're gonna play this game, shall we?
You left?
I'm gonna be leading up, like the chair's been leading up on 2 feet. I'm gonna like put it down on all 4. I want to like put my hands on the table, like stand up. See, what you're telling me is you would have rather I stay up on the 2nd floor with everyone who was dead to also die along with you, because yes, you were one of the ones that died, only to have ended up not like you, but like the others who are still dead. That's what you want me to do. That makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, how did I not think of that?
This conversation for later.
Laura. I'm not.
Let's table this for later.
I am ignoring
drink your
everyone else.
coffee.
I'm gonna go to Roar and put my hand on the back for a chair. But Roar, did you know you were supposed to die with your sister? Holy shit! How do we not fucking think of that? Oh my god! The world
I'm not
is
saying
open
you
to
were
me.
supposed to stay behind and die along with everyone else, but you pulled her away from her sister. You didn't give her a
Did
chance.
I?
I saw everything before everything went black.
So tell me, what did I do?
You left. What is there to say? I woke up,
okay.
you were gone.
No. You said I pulled her away.
You did.
Tell
did you
me
not?
what I did. And I walk to you, and I bend down, and I get eye to eye with you, and I'm like, tell me. What did I do?
You took Aurora out of the room.
What does that mean? You can't say
You
took, you
carried
can't say
her
take.
out.
How did I do it?
You carried her out.
I carried her out. You saw this with your own eyes.
Okay, you two need to stop this. You're literally saying this in front of the person that lost somebody dear. Can you table this for later?
She's strong enough. She's fine. Tell me, how did I
she
carry her out?
probably is. She probably is, but do you really think this is the time and the place right now?
How
Really, in front of strangers?
did I carry her out? Was it bridal
Would
carrying?
you
Was
like
it
to
over
take
the
a walk
shoulder?
with me?
Or did I go to the front door and say, it's too late, and left the decision to her? Which, by the way, is free fucking will. I never laid a hand on her once. She made the decision to leave. Don't you ever say I took someone away from someone else, that I chose for them.
Azazel, you say whatever you want, but I saw what I saw that day. So you can defend yourself all you want, but I know what kind of person you are. And if it weren't for you joining our party, all of us would still be alive.
You're absolutely right. It's completely my fault. Thank you. I needed to hear it. Thank you. Thank you.
Saya,
And
Saya, you can't blame him for what's happened.
You most certainly can. Don't tell her what she can't blame it on. Are you kidding me? She could absolutely blame it on me.
That doesn't make it right.
No, but it's an opinion. And in her reality, that's 100% correct.
All I mean to say is that it's not your fault.
In your view, maybe. In hers, I am at fault. I'm the reason why those who have died, and they're still in there. I needed her to say it because I saw it behind her eyes. I needed to push that so she could actually say it so we can get it out in front for all our new lovely friends.
Oh,
Saya's gonna slam down her cup of coffee and stand up and push herself off the chair and go, I'm not blaming you. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying. Ever since you came into everything, we've had troubles. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh,
All I know is that you left. In my eyes, you abandoned us.
Hold on. No, you don't want to hear it. Never mind.
You got something to say? Say it.
You told me you saw what happened. Now you're telling me you don't know what happened? Why is your story changing?
It's not changing. I did see you leave.
But you just said you didn't know what happened. How did you see what happened, but didn't know what happened?
If I might interject.
Absolutely! Get in on this!
I'm not getting in on this. I'm just interjecting. You guys are supposed to be a group. We have seeming objectives to be getting done. I mean, you want to get to the next town. I don't know what Aurora wants yet. I don't know what you want yet, Azazel. But this animosity, this infighting, ain't gonna help anyone. So, if we may, I would like to have this put behind us. Say what you may, I can't force you guys to not talk about this. But it's not gonna help. We can move forward, we can forget. I don't want to forget, but we can just, what happened, put it behind us, move forward, we can make it, we can do better next time. Hopefully there's never a next time, but we can't tear ourselves apart before we get out there. Then we're just doing half the fight, half the battle if we get into a scuffle. So, Saya, just drop this for right now. There's Azazel. If we could. This isn't a time for us to be at each other's throats.
I'm not in anybody's throats.
I understand.
I can see, I mean, granted, yes, I did get a bit...
Getting heated a little bit. I fully understand why, but just want to keep things down low.
Absolutely.
Stoke the embers.
I terribly apologize for raising my voice. Raising your voice doesn't get your point across. It actually is a sign of low intelligence, so I will take that.
Kind of raises an eyebrow at that, huh?
Say what say you?
Whatever. I'll play nice. Sits back down and just drinks her coffee.
Everybody help yourself to some food.
Yeah. Aurora would kind of, she'd just kind of pull little bits of food, reflexively of, I should have food, but I'm not particularly hungry.
Seeing that you're, picking at grapes and stuff, apparently they're a little sour. Try it with some cheese.
I will, thank you. Yeah. she's actively, she is sipping the coffee, is kind of like giving herself something to do, but the food is kind of just like in front of her, like just kind of picking at it lightly, like not really hungry.
It's the thing of like, when like somebody goes through stuff like that and you know that they're probably not gonna take the best care of themselves. It's always like that, like a friend or somebody who's just like, oh, I just like bought this food, or can you help me eat it, kind of thing, just to make sure that they are eating and kind of feeding themselves. That's essentially what Queenie's doing, but she's not trying to be so obvious about it. Just like, oh yeah, here's some food, everybody help yourselves. Oh, you're having some grapes? Oh, try some cheese over it, they're a bit sour, kind of thing, to be like, that's more food in your stomach.
Yeah, she would probably at that then like kind of take half a bite of a grape and like a little bit of cheese, just like taking your suggestion.
Go for it.
No, you go ahead.
He's gonna look over to Azazel. So, say his plan. What's yours? What's your goals? What's your objectives?
Kind of looks to Aurora like, they're asking me. Goal, like as a group, personal.
Let's get to know each other.
Sure. Group. That changed this morning, so not 100% sure on that. Say apparently says we have to go to another town, so guessing that's part of it. Me. Just enjoy my coffee right now.
Does anybody want any more coffee?
Sure,
Maybe not
you're offering.
you.
Oh, never mind.
just kind of looked at Azazel like, maybe not you. I don't think we need to add more fuel to your fire.
That's not a fire, but thank you. If you
I know fire. I work with it, so.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm a blacksmith.
Oh, hot damn! All right, cool.
Yeah, and a leather worker as well. So, you need your shoes, cobbles. I'm the person. Leather.
Oh, leather. Oh, I heard level. I was like, that's an interesting trade, but I'm sure it's valued.
Yeah. No. So if you need shoes redoing, or weaponry needs a bit of work, just let me know.
Yeah, is there any chance that there are muffins on the table?
Probably not, only because this was a very quick, like, oh, shite, you want some boards and breakfast? Like, there hasn't been any time to bake anything yet.
But what's exactly on the table? Just, like, grapes and
Yeah,
crackers
if you think
and...
of, like, cheese board, a little bit of tapas in the sense of, like, it's cut, dried, like, salami, chorizo, ham, like, bits of meat that probably has been hanging from the ceiling for a while to have it cured, and then, like, just sliced up and handed to you. And then stale bread that's been cut into, like, fingers so you can have them as, like, cracker breads.
I'll say Saya's gonna make, like, a little tiny little sandwich thing and, like, munch on it.
Erwin said there might be some things I check out in town. I know Jack really wants to go to the toy makers. But Erwin was saying something about like a windmill with some interesting ladies that live there. I don't know what that means, but he said you guys would know a bit more about that. Or if we went for a rumors that there was like a haunted mansion and an abandoned village.
I guess. Oh, go on, Aurora.
In terms of things to do in town, there's a festival tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yes.
A gas kind of escapes Saya all of a sudden, and she just kind of looks at Azazel and Aurora. Irina, did anyone talk to her?
I think I checked on her last night, did I not, DM?
No, you didn't.
Oh,
Irina has no idea what's happened.
In my mind, I did that, but apparently not. I'll be like, I absolutely did, and I will be back to do that now. I'm just gonna get up and walk out.
Oh, there's another one in your party?
No. Yes. Not really.
We're
I'm gonna go
escorting
find
her.
out.
We're supposed to bring her basically from a point A to a point B and keep her
With-
safe.
Oh, where is
You're an
point B?
escort.
Aurora, can you answer that?
It was originally here that we were bringing her. Uh, Things changed once we got here, though, and I believe she's wanting to find somewhere else that would be safe.
She doesn't know all that's happened so far.
Oh. Is he really the best person to tell her that news?
I mean, I'm gone at this point.
He's he's a friend of the two, the brother and sister, so he would likely be the best to break the news, knowing them better.
Okay.
Don't mind me asking there, Aurora. I know
Yes,
things are still fresh, but what are your goals? What do you plan on doing next?
I would like to make sure that she's safe. It was the original goal that we started out coming to this town with, and if only to finish the job that my sister and I started, I would like to continue.
Understandable. Snow. Do you guys have a new location to take her yet, or
I I believe one was mentioned, but I'm a little fuzzy right now. I'm sorry.
take your time?
While we're here, is there anything that you lot want to do? Like, do you want to go to the festival? Is there anything else that needs to be done in this town?
As I recall, any who are within the walls of the city have to attend the festival, whether we want to or not.
Oh. Okay.
Uh,
Manager.
But you
of
were
that.
originally excited about it, though.
I was. I even helped try to work on a little effigy that they'll be burning tomorrow. Beyond that, I don't know much of what to expect.
We saw flyers for it, didn't we?
Yeah, like as you were coming in, you saw bunting being put up and flyers like being displayed.
What was the first? Was it the Blazing Sun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, why don't we attend that festival? And see what's all there. Have a fun time.
And if we don't, then I guess we just carry on to where we're going next. Um. But other than the festival, is there anything else?
A toy shop was mentioned, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jack wants to go visit that, but we could do that later on today.
Might I ask what you might be expecting of a toy shop?
I know a thing or two about tinkering, and well, if you haven't noticed King over in the corner, do that kind of bit myself.
Oh, I'm sure he will. It's, he's not what I personally would consider a conventional toy maker. I just wanted to see what you might have been looking for and not get disappointed.
I understand, but I doubt I will, because I like to see other people's and new people's forms of the trades. Different regions typically have different styles of making the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
You want to come with us?
I suppose so.
Say it. Do you want to come too?
Yeah. Actually, there's something. She looks at everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I know we just met and everything. But, so forgive me for asking such a question. All three of you are trustworthy, right?
I
Like,
would
that's a
hope we
loaded
are.
question. Normally, that's something earned over time. And I don't know if I would honestly just openly trust someone who just comes up and tells me they're trustworthy. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, you're right. It is something that is
that's-
forged, not just given.
That's not what I mean, though. But what I will say is there's something a little different about the toy maker.
Oh?
So one of our friends had, and I believe Azazel had gone to the toy maker to check it out, and that girl Azazel went to go check on, there was an exact replica of a doll of her there that we were told. The doll wasn't for sale. It had already been claimed. At least that's the information received from her friend, but we've yet to really check out more of what the toy maker had been doing to make the doll, or even how, because Irina was not here for a good while. We don't know how he was able to make a doll when she wasn't here to even know what she looked like.
Could it be coincidence?
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah.
know if the doll is still there or not, but best keep your eyes open.
If it is,
Jack
we always
just...
ask to see what material he had for inspiration.
Maybe we don't take your friend with us? Maybe we leave
Well,
her with Azazel here?
you'd have to attend the festival either way, so.
Well, the festival's tomorrow.
I'd probably bring her out tomorrow instead of today.
How far away is that town you were needing to go to, Saya?
I think DM said it was a couple days. Right, DM? A couple days travel?
You've never asked.
I never... Nope.
You were just told west. You've never asked how long it would take you.
Thea shrugged. All I know is it's west of here.
That. Do you have the name of the town?
Forgot to write down the name. Insert town of name here.
I'll ask the bartender if she knows how long it would take to get to the next town.
I don't know if everyone needs to go, but I need to go.
Well, is that also where you're taking Irina?
I was gonna say you could take, if she's not supposed to be out and about, we can take her over to the next town if it's in an understandable distance. That way she's not here during the festival. Somewhere else. We can have some people over there with her. Make sure she's safe, and those who want to enjoy the festival can enjoy the festival freely. Don't have to worry about her getting caught in a potentially suspicious town.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave the discussion there for a second, as we then pan the camera upstairs to Azazel, outside Irina's bedroom.
Oh, this is gonna suck. I'll knock on the door.
You hear like the familiar voice from the other side. Like, who is it?
It's me, your favorite person.
You do hear like the slight chuckle as she comes over, unlocks the multiple locks that she's put on this door.
Good.
And then cracks it.
It's just me with a big smile.
She opens the door at least a little bit further so you can see like her face. But you can only see like one hand on the door.
So some things happen, and we should probably talk about it.
Right. And she opens the door a little further, and that's when you see like she had her rapier out and ready. But she kind of puts it away and just gestures you into the bedroom.
I want to put it this way, just yeah. Apparently, it's all my fault. So you may stab me after this.
Well,
But I'll go in.
you might as well lay it out on the table. No point sugarcoating it.
You want to sit down for it, or you want me to just, crack it over your head?
Take the bandage off quickly.
Half the party's dead.
She does, like, crack for a moment. Like, you see her face, like, crumple into, like, pure sadness. And then, after that moment, the poker face of a noble comes up.
Mm-hmm.
And she just suppresses it.
We went to go take care of some vampire stuff, and unfortunately, things didn't go the way we were hoping they would go, and he didn't make it. So Laura's still here, Saya's still here, and I'm still here.
And again, the mask like slips that tiniest bit as she like internalizes who has died.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her like take a step backwards to like rest her weight onto the desk that's provided. And she just takes a deep, like sighing breath And then again, lift herself up, composes herself. I'm gonna roll something actually really quickly.
Sure.
Because this is gonna, I think, determine her reaction a little bit.
He said like a bandit.
Yep. And you see her tense up like she was about to lash out and do something. But again, the represses, contains, we'll deal with it later.
We kind of give her a look and like kind of noticing what's kind of going through her right now. I'm just gonna kind of walk up to her and she can try to pull away. I'm not gonna force her into it, but I'm just gonna try to put like my arms around her and just kind of put my hand on the back of her head and just kind of hold her there for a minute, seeing that she had more feelings for the group than he might have felt.
Mm-hmm. She does pull you into a hug, and it's tighter than you were maybe expecting. But she does push you away, like after a brief squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is more proof that Vallaki is not safe, and I cannot stay here.
No, when Sarah said that they may need to go to the next town over. I'm not sure where you want to go.
Well, there is only one other settlement to the west, and that would be the village of Klesht. And we can go there.
Is that where you want to be?
Actually, that might be a very good place to go. It's where the abbey is. It's where Father Donovich recommended that we go.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good place to go because I also ran into somebody, and yeah.
She gives you a quirk of an eyebrow of like, uh-huh.
Yeah, like the guy, the big guy who owns Barovia kind of deal.
And her eyes go
I don't,
wide. Like,
I
again, like there's the mask cracks. Like,
it's
oh,
fine.
shit.
It's fine. I'm not gonna say his name because I feel like saying his name like summons him here. So like I'm not gonna say it, but like you're fine. Well, I should have said there was a two-parter to this.
Okay.
So probably leaving sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to check in with you, make sure you were good. Anything from you need from me.
Not specifically from you. I don't know what to say. Because it's safer for me to be in this room, but I'm capable, I can fight, I want to...
Yeah. We all know you can, but you don't need to.
I know that I don't need to, but if I was there, then someone might be alive.
No, look now. Do what Say is doing and blame me, okay? Like that's the best case for this right now.
And you can see her look at you with like that. She knows you well enough to be like, you're brushing this off with humour.
Mm-hmm.
And she took the meaning of it to be like, Say is hurting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun. Look, like if that's what's gonna help, that's like, I'm good for that kind of thing. You know that. So make it easy. Blame me. Do what you gotta do. Hit me, whatever it is. I get it. And nothing you could have done would have been anything better. And yeah, just it's my fault. They died because of me because of some of the calls that I made in there, and I'll pay the consequences. But right now, we gotta get you out of here, and we got some new people here to help you out. They're weird, but no weirder than the other people. So we'll get you out of this.
And she sits in the chair, again provided with the desk, and you just see like she was forcing herself to have correct posture. She was forcing herself to have like a strong stance. And as soon as she sits, like the shoulders droop, her entire posture is almost dragged down by gravity. She looks a lot more frail and helpless in this moment.
It's okay. It's you'll do what you gotta do, and we'll get through it. You want another hug?
Can I tell you something?
Absolutely.
I've been having dreams. Nothing concrete, nothing that I can put a finger on, but it's almost like I'm living through another, like the kind of dreams where you are experiencing things through another person's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing these events happen. I'm seeing images of events, and I'm struggling to sleep.
Did you see like what I just said, or other things?
Oh no, I'm not. I don't think I'm predicting the future.
What do you think you're predicting or seeing?
I don't know. Maybe the past, or maybe even just the wish fulfillment of a person that I wish to be.
Well, who do you wish to be?
Helpful.
You are, darling.
You're
You are.
trapped in this room.
And why do you think? I'm sorry. Something valuable needs to be kept safe.
But what if the thing that is valuable does not want to be cherished like a doll?
That's what sucks about being a jewel, does it?
And she is smiling, but you can see like tears starting to prick at the corner of her eyes. It's like she's so frustrated.
It's not gonna be like this forever, okay? It's for a time. Time passes, whether we want it to or not. And times change. Right now, this is a time to rely on others, which is a very difficult thing. Your time will come. I can't tell you when. When it does, I know you're going to shine brighter than any star and be stronger than any mountain that's ever come to be.
Alright. I'm going to start packing everything that needs packing. And she kind of looks around the room, and in fairness to her, she had already kind of prepped like a to-go bag. She's now just looking at the more like miscellaneous stuff that she'd kind of spread about the room. I'll start packing, and if we leave today or we leave tomorrow, I'll be ready.
All right, keep the door locked like you did. I'm very proud of how many locks you put on that. That is perfect.
I may have created some.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. I don't change a thing.
And you look at the back of the door, Azazel, and there's obviously like the key to the door, which is standard. There's also like a little bit of a twisting like thumb lock that goes across and like adds a little bit of a barrier in between the frame and like catches in a little hook. And then she's MacGyvered a whole other locking mechanism out of like what looks like the hinges keeping her bed frame together.
This is amazing.
And like it's very much makeshift and it is very rickety, but it's extra.
He just looks at it and you just hear like I'm so proud. Keep up the good work. See, useful. Are you kidding me? You could make a business off of this. But get ready.
Rolls his eyes at you. Doesn't want anything to do with this right now.
I'll do what I can, and I'll come grab you when I go. Do you need food?
Oh no, the Martikovs have been lovely in the sense that they've been bringing me food. Apparently, it's part of the cost of the room that I get food.
All right, cool, good. I'm glad they've been taking care of you. Stay. I was going to try to think of something, stay precious, but that just sounds really weird. I will grab you when we're ready. I'll try to make that sooner than later so you can get some fresh air.
Please.
All right, I will be back as soon as I can.
And
I'll
you hear like all the locks clicking like as you leave.
Good. I'm like pause and give a nod, and I'll head back downstairs.
So because that, to be fair, that conversation wasn't that long. We'll say that Azazel, you get back down after, like they had the trustworthy conversation, and it was the thing of like talking about going to the toy store.
I'm gonna do the dramatic thing. I'm gonna like burst through the door like all like out of breath, and then everyone looks at me and I'm like, she's fine.
You manage to get like a smile, like a small smile from Aurora at that when you just do the whole like, oh, she's fine.
But she's down to leave. We should probably leave. I don't care where we go. Saya wants to go to the next town. Sounds like we're going to the next town. That's where she wants to go to, pointing up Saya's. So I guess that's where we're going. The rest of you don't have a choice. You chose. You deal with it. When are we going?
Is there any more business anybody needs to tie up in this town?
I'm waiting for a delivery.
Alright.
Need two kids.
Saya? My sister's body, was it still there when you left?
Mhm. All three of them were.
I would like to bury the others and burn my sister's body before I leave town.
Question on that, if you don't mind me interrupting, I'm going to look at Aurora for like confirmation.
Of course.
You said you accomplished the mission, as you said. I kind of give air quotes. Does that mean the vampires are still there, or you killed them too?
The vampires are still there.
But you got in, got the mission, got out. Even though the vampires were still there, but the bodies couldn't have been retrieved. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just trying to get a picture.
We agreed we're gonna put this behind us.
We did. I'm trying to get a picture because of what Aurora just asked. That is a safety question, not a poke and prodding question.
I understand. It's kind of poking prodding.
Not really. It was more of I embellished.
You already know the answer that you wanted. The vampires are still there and the bodies are there.
Yeah, but I want to know how she got in and out. Because that's a good thing we can figure out. Is we can get in and out with the bodies. See? Don't push me, Jack.
Just as a word of warning, you don't want to push him.
Cool. Didn't ask. So, Aurora, say it. How'd you do that?
I don't know. I just knew I had to find them, and I had to find the bones so that we could bring them back so that everything could be fine. I don't know.
Cool. Awesome. Not helpful. All right. So, guess we're going to go maybe die again for some very well valued bodies looking to kind of Aurora with no inside information. How's that sound?
Is there
Azazel,
nobody we can
a
take as
word.
backup?
A word, Azazel,
Absolutely.
in private.
I thought you never asked. Let's go. She asked.
Isaiah's gonna get up.
I looked at Jack and I'm like, she asked.
Jack's hand's just gonna go up. It's free game.
I'll follow wherever say asked to go or chose to go.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
I'm following you wherever you lead me. I'll go to.
I'm just going back upstairs.
All right.
For the record, we'll just say she went to Saya's room.
I'll walk in.
And Saya's gonna close the door.
Oh, this isn't ominous at all.
I could probably retrieve the bodies. Given I can walk through walls now. I don't know if I'm able to walk through a wall carrying something physical in my hands, but it's worth a try. I just don't want them three to know anything.
I think I can answer that question. You got the bones out, which means you can physically touch something, correct?
I can physically touch things, yes.
Okay.
I still need to eat.
You still need to. All right.
I'm not completely dead, but maybe I'm not completely alive either. I don't know.
I think the answer to that is yes. So they want. Aurora wants the bodies. I get why she wants it. I was hoping for the house to burn down with it. Didn't happen. Kinda sucks because that would have fixed the issue. More you can try, but completely honest with you, if you have to go like say we're gonna just call physical because you have to pick something up, I'm assuming you like their bodies aren't gonna flow through the wall either. That's gonna put you in danger. More likely you're gonna die. I'm gonna get blamed for it. So I think it's safer for you and all of us if we all went for that. But I appreciate you wanting to do that. But I don't want to put you in that situation for you to possibly get hurt like that, especially alone.
Look, I apologize for raising my voice at you. And blaming you. I think I just have... I don't know why I'm here and they're not. I can't figure it out.
That's called survivor's guilt.
So I feel bad.
You don't feel bad. Fucking blame me. Are you kidding me? Blame
But if it's
me.
not your fault.
It doesn't matter if it's my fault or not. You're hurting. You need a way to go through that emotion. You need a way to feel that. You need a way to process that. And blaming me, that works. Do it.
But I don't want to paint you as the villain because technically you're not.
That still has remained to be seen. I'm pretty sure this is me having a struggle, not Azazel. Hold on. TS, that's it. That's me having a struggle. That's the whiskey. I'm pretty sure TS also thought of me as the bad guy. Okay, so first, not sorry. I don't apologize for raising my voice at you. I meant what I said. I did raise my voice, and I meant to. That also being said, I have absolutely no issue you painting me to be the bad guy. There is no issue of you blaming me. That is only makes sense for you to do that. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to retaliate. It doesn't mean I'm not going to say what I feel and what is on my mind. But you have nothing to apologize for blaming me for what happened. That's what you need to do for what you're going through. And at some point, you may no longer need to do that. And that is completely up to you. I appreciate the sentiment, but it is okay for you to do what you need to be doing.
Should I test out my theory if I can go through a door with someone? Do you mind?
Sure, try to go through a door with me. And I'm just gonna tumble to the ground, like, over dramatic.
Yeah, I like to pick them up if I can.
I'm not that big, damn.
We'll say for the
Harry,
sake of
you.
we'll say for the sake of struggle that you because you need to be able to carry the thing. Yeah, you take your time, like making sure that you've got a good hold on Azazel before you do anything.
Am I able to go through the door with him?
Make sure it's feet first. Now it's my head.
You're able to go through the door.
Yep.
You hear a thud on the other side.
Oh! I said feet first.
And she walks back through the door. That didn't work, did it?
No, it did not.
Because bearing in mind, Saya, a living creature is not an object.
Yeah. Ooh, I like the wording of what you just said, though, DM.
Yeah, because TS's dead body was an object, so technically dead bodies can go through walls.
Let's try this. I'm going to kill myself. We're gonna try again.
No,
I'm kidding.
This is how we solve problems.
This is modern day solutions for modern day problems. How about you just try taking this? I'm just going to give you a gold coin.
Okay, she puts her hands out.
I give it to you.
And she goes through the door.
Because you did it immediately, the coin drops to the floor.
Okay. So
Doesn't go through the door.
I'm not metagaming, but those words are oddly suspicious. So, from this...
She goes back, she picks up the coin, and just stands on the other side of the door.
If that doesn't work, you need to bring the coin through the door. I see your hand still. Bring your hand through the door.
How about I throw the coin through the door?
Does the coin fall again?
What? Right, what are we doing?
Apparently, from what I understand, Saya just held the coin on the other side of the door, like where I am, and then walked her body to the other side, but I still see the coin on my side.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I thought... Yeah, the coin's still there on the floor. Okay, so I thought she goes back to the door.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And picks up the coin.
Coin's on the floor. You've now picked up the coin. Yep.
I'm so enthralled.
She's gonna turn and roll the coin up the door.
And the coin bounces off the door.
I'm just going, whoa, how did you do that?
I don't know how to make it work.
You hear it clinking behind you as like the metal hits the wood.
Did you go through the wall with the bones, or did you go down the stairs?
I think
Or
I
a
went
window.
through it.
Did you go through a wall? Are you sure? How about you ask the gods above if you did?
God, what did I do?
That's up to you. Because there was a perfectly good doorway that you could have walked through, or you could have been janky and walked through the wall.
I'm gonna say I walked through the wall.
Okay, so you're then not sure why this coin isn't working. because you picked up the bag, you put it on your back, you like adjusted it to make sure that you got it right, shut the wardrobe, just walked back through the kitchen, and then you walked through the wall that led to the stairway.
How about you retrace your steps of how you did it with the bones? We'll try it with the coin. After this try, we're just gonna have to be a bunch of idiots and walk back in.
Arabella's going. Oh no! Sorry.
Arabella, hi.
Who in the world is this person?
Saya's gonna take the coin and just stare at it. Let's figure this out.
Okay. How long did you stare at it?
For a couple minutes or so.
Okay.
I was gonna stand looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
Then she tries going through the wall now.
Yeah. And you and the coin go through the wall.
And she looks down, she sees the coin. It's still in my hand!
So you have to creepily stare at it for it to work?
No, I don't think I have to creepily stare at anything. I think it just takes a minute to adjust to me.
Alright, well, we're gonna have to talk to our newfound friends downstairs and tell them what the idea is, because if anything happens, we're gonna have to, bum rush in and attempt to save your ass.
So for time reference for everyone else, they went upstairs. After about a minute, you hear this thud that's loud enough for like you to hear downstairs. And then they're gone, and it's silent for about 5 minutes.
Who wants to make a bet?
It's
I think Azazel got his ass handed to him.
Yep.
Is
I
that
was-
normal?
I was gonna say, I really hope they didn't kill each other.
Well, second was getting pretty heated.
But no, eventually they both come downstairs.
Oh, they were both alive. Okay.
And she's gonna look at Queenie, Jack, King, and Sonder. Are they all sitting? Or are they standing there?
Sitting.
Sitting.
Yeah, sitting.
Okay.
Sitting in the corner.
Oh boy. And you can tell she looks nervous for what she's gonna tell them. Azazel and I talked. We have a plan to get the bodies without all of us going in. I would like the three of you, the four of you, to not kill me instantly.
Last time I checked, I think we were joining the groups together, so I don't see why we would want to kill you.
Because what I'm about to show you is a little startling.
Okay.
Okay. She goes over to the table and takes her coffee cup. finishes the rest of it to show them that obviously she was drinking. They all saw her before. Oh, I think I left something in the other room. I should go get it. And proceeds to walk through the wall.
Which wall?
The wall.
Because right now with the layout of the tavern, as I get the map up really quickly so I can be accurate to you, there is a wall behind everyone that will lead outside. So you'll just walk through the table and outside. Or there are the walls that lead into like the back rooms of the kitchen and the storage.
Okay, change the word. She says, I think I left something outside I have to go get. And we'll walk through the table and the wall
And
to get outside.
I'd say that just because of the way that the booth has been set up, you have to physically walk through people to do that. And so, I'm actually going to roll a d4 for that. Jack. Saya walks through you. And you don't see anything. It's not like a kind of like cut in half like diorama that you'd see in science. You don't see brains and guts or anything. But it's like an apparition, cloud of smoke moved through you. And you all watch as Saya walks outside. Literally, goes through the wall.
Up, gasping, shocked. What? How? What?
Jack's mind is ticking, and it's clear on his face.
Jack, you feel cold.
I knew you said she died, but she's still dead.
Pardon me.
It's very interesting. I've never seen this happen before. Jack, how are you feeling? And he kind of just like puts a hand, like the back of his hand to your cheeks in your forehead.
He's cold to the touch. Like, it feels like he's just taken an ice bath.
Interesting. Sonder will take off his cloak and wrap it around Jack and like put the hood up and kind of like rub his shoulders, like trying to get him to get warm again.
Appreciate it, Aces.
Saya's gonna come back to the regular door and meet everybody. And she just puts her hands up. I'm not a vampire. I drink things.
She's a witch! I'm kidding.
I have to sleep. I'm not a witch either.
By golly, you're a magic user? God darn.
You don't swear, do you?
I do.
Well, that was very poorly.
I was trying to make a joke with it to pair.
You don't joke much then, do you?
Not quite, no.
No, we'll work on it.
I did die, but I woke up. And I woke up like this.
Interesting.
Don't think waking up is the proper term.
When you woke up, did you feel any different? Did you have any headaches? Any body aches?
Was your body still there as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
wait. So your
Is that-
body is there.
mm-mm. This is my body.
Okay.
I can't
you
explain
okay?
it.
I would say Queenie and Sonda, like, while you're there, like, oh, are you okay? you look around the tavern. Thankfully, because it's the morning and has not been opened up to the general public, you are the only ones in the room. However, you do see Danica's face pale as Saya just yells out to the entire tavern, "I promise I'm not a vampire!"
I think we should choose our words a little bit more carefully next time.
Saya's gonna go over to Danica.
And she's there like, "Oh no, you don't need to apologize to me. Get back to your talking. Go do your things for the day. I'm going into the back. I don't need to hear these things."
Can we...
Yeah, I know.
I'm-
I know you're not the vampire. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can I help you?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to you soon. See what dinner? Maybe? Yeah?
Sure. And she's just like backpedaling like into the kitchen.
You just freaked the fuck out of her.
She comes back
Maybe check the room before you do that again.
Look, it wasn't my intention to ever let you guys know about any of this. I'm still learning and discovering things about myself as well. It's still so new to me. But if I can manage, I can go in and get everybody's bot and bring the other three's body. The other one. Is it 3 people? 2.
3.
It's 3.
No, it's 3. And bring the other three's body out without any of us going in and starting the inevitable again.
So we're basically on hold. We're on standby.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if anything bad happens, if you can't get out, if you're noticed, we are backup.
Yeah, but I imagine everything should go smoothly. I practiced with Azazel, so kind of know what...
That's what that thud was.
Kind of figure out what I can and can't do.
Wait, so you tried to pick him up and walk for a wall, and he couldn't, and he
I'm
dropped?
rubbing on my head.
It's kind of like
his head
looks-
first.
That's fine. You can laugh.
Looks to Azazel like, are you
Maybe that
alright?
knocked some sense into him.
I look at you, be like, oh, so you two have some humor.
Are you alright?
I'm great. Anything for the team.
Kind of just looks at you with like a raised eyebrow and just like, well, if you feel any nausea or any ringing in your ears, you should probably sit down and
Wait, that's
you
not
might have a
normal?
concussion.
I've had that like my whole life. I'm kidding. Thank
Or-
you.
or
I
just-
appreciate your concern.
Or just let me know. I'm used to patching people up.
Good to know.
Well, it seems we have a game plan. It's a pretty neat way of getting it done.
Neat, huh? How old are you?
27? 28.
Are you sure?
I'm not actually. 28.
You're 28.
Are you checking your book?
I was trying to remember when I was born.
Yeah. Okay. Well, alright, cool. When are we doing this? Because I need to let the lady upstairs know.
Whenever everybody's ready, I guess. Kind of like looks to like the 3 of you mostly, like you're the ones who are gonna have to see your friends' dead bodies. Like if you want to prepare for this, we can stay for a while.
Oh, you're worried about me? You two tell me when you need to do this. I don't count.
I
That's
would go on.
I was gonna say that's not true. Have one counts.
Not for this one.
I guess then this would also be a question of would you rather us, referring to Jack, Queenie, Aces, and King, would you prefer us to handle the bodies so you don't have to see them?
I don't
If
have
that's
an
going to
issue.
be too painful?
There's no way you guys can get in there and not awake them.
Oh no, I mean like when you bring them back. Because you're not going to be able to carry them all to where you want to lay them to rest or whatever funeral rites you have. I'm pretty strong. I can definitely carry somebody.
I can also.
And King can definitely carry people. But we will also take your lead on this, and again, we're back up and we're here for you, so whatever you want us to do.
Is that
But
like
we're
a weird
also just
question?
letting you know what we can do.
Why are you guys want to be helpful?
Just raises an eyebrow, like genuinely confused.
Genuine question.
We don't belong here. We were on a task for our guild, and we went through some fog. Appeared here. So we don't really got anything better to be doing.
So you just
And
ask a random person for like what's to do, and this is what you guys came up with.
Well, it's more like we were pointed
halfway.
in your direction by Ismark, saying that you were also in a situation quite similar to ours and that you were trying to find your way out. It's better that we all help each other to get out, right? So that's where we went, and things are a little different now, and that's okay. But we're here to help each other. We're not just gonna stand by idly while you suffer. That's not right.
I wasn't questioning you. I was just asking a question.
well as our guild wouldn't find it too kind of us if we saw people who needed help or possibly wanted help and didn't help them.
What guild is that?
The Full
Full
House.
house.
Full, and what's the full house?
Full F. Full House.
Full house.
They're a crafters guild.
Okay.
Small hodgepodge of different things. You got tinkerers, you have bakers, cobblers, things of that nature.
Painters,
There's-
smiths.
I was about to say, there's a very lovely painter who lets me model for her sometimes.
You have
Alright,
her
cool.
anatomy.
Sounds good. Just curious. Shall we?
If everyone's ready, don't want to rush anyone.
I'm ready. I would like to get my sister's body sent off as quickly as possible.
Okay.
After you.
Actually, it's more like after you guys, we don't know where we're going.
I was talking to Sam.
Saya just kind of takes a deep breath and holds it and then nods. Let's get this over with.
Okay.
And we'll head out.
This will be a new thing for Queenie and Sander, but for Azazel. You see that same gentleman again. Not necessarily tall, not necessarily handsome,
Oh,
but
that
not
one.
ugly either. He's very good at being average in a crowd. Dark hair, slicked back, probably reaches his jawline. Very pronounced, like hooked Roman nose. There's a bit of stubble. Looks like he hasn't. Although he's not greasy, he definitely hasn't kept too good a care of himself recently. Probably could do with a clean up shave. But it is the guy that watched you go into the house the first time. And he is still watching you.
Do you know that guy?
Nah, I'm just gonna go talk to him. I'll be back. I'm just gonna walk over to him.
And he sees you coming and gives you a like a head tilt of like upward of recognition.
What's up, bro?
Good. And you can see him actually checking the sky. It's like, oh no, it's still morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What'd you think of yesterday's show?
It was interesting to say the least.
Yeah, valid. Did your boss say anything about it?
She was surprised.
Oh! Who was surprised?
I'm giving you details because she's extending invitation.
Oh, I get to meet her.
You all do, if you survive today.
What's today?
Whatever you're doing today.
Sounds like you were listening in what we were about to do today.
Not at all. I see you walking about town.
So you just assume we're gonna die.
I just assume you're going to stick your nose somewhere that probably doesn't belong.
So where's this invitation?
Well, let's see if you survive first.
Well, if I just sat down in a single spot and,
Well, then we would chat about the day and the weather. How about Frau Heisel is wearing too voluminous a skirt for her figure? We'll figure out something.
I like you. But what if I die? And I'll just never know if the mistress who's paid someone to watch me. How that just wouldn't stand.
That would be a shame. But it looks like your group, and your new group. Hello. And like he raises his voice to say hello and like waves to you, full house. It's like he's acknowledging you.
King is gonna wave.
You have to, like, man to man. Is that a robot? And he's pointing to King. Like, is that a, oh my god.
Yeah, you're telling me. I'm stuck with this. That's why I kind of want to know who this mistress is, because I might just go alone.
As soon as you say that, like you see, like there's an eyebrow quirk, and he's like, he's debating it. Yes, you know what? If you you obviously have plans. You're going into town, doing whatever. If you finish your tour and you are alive, then I will make myself available to you, and then you'll get your invitation.
Yeah, I can't fault you for that. You're a man of guarding nature. What's not to trust?
Well, it's more the sense of if I give you invitation and then you die, then what's the point?
I get to know who was interested in me. That means like, I'm sorry, I'm a very lonely man.
And you would stay lonely, I think.
Wow, that's what an absolute pleasure of a man you are.
I try.
We're gonna be best friends. I can feel it.
We have very similar, what's the word? Candor.
Yeah, that's what I'm really interested in. Who hired you? Well, off to die. Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, not me then.
I walk back here. All right, guys, let's go.
Who's your friend?
He's a beggar.
He looks too well dressed to be a beggar.
Of sorts.
Fair enough.
Thank you. That's exactly how you should say it. I'm sorry.
The fuck?
I'm sorry. I broke. I didn't even know what I just said. We're gonna head off. Why did I make this character?
So, heading into town. It's the same direction as you went yesterday. You can see that now as the... what's it called? There we go. I have to click things to make sure that it's working. So, as you continue forward, there are more preparations done for the festival. A lot more decorations are up. You can see that someone between yesterday and today has hung like sun emblazoned banners like in between the alleyways of different houses. The theming of the festival is definitely like coming along. There's a lot of red, orange, and yellow bunting hanging about, like to try and replicate like almost a child's drawing of a sun. However, you don't actually see any like activities that have been put forward. You don't see anything. I guess the best way of putting it that like would be events at this festival. You've only heard of the effigy. But you continue on. Following the same right-hand turning that you did, you now make your way back to the coffin shop. Down an alleyway, round a side corner, through very thin, stone-walled alleyways. But you make it. You do actually, Azazel and Aurora, see a little bit of your handiwork. The stonework around the front door is charred. So at least something set on fire. But the building is completely standing.
Aurora, are you okay? Not particularly, but I'll survive. And just kind of gives like a shaky smile and like kind of reflexively like makes a fist just kind of in lack of having something to kind of like grip or hold on to.
I see that you're wanting to grip onto something. So I just reach into my pocket and I just bring out some dice and I just put them in your hand. Just something to hold on to. Click clack noises. A little distracting.
Thank you.
It's okay.
She'll start like moving them around in her hand and everything, is fiddling with them. Thank you again.
It's okay.
Alrighty, I guess this is your go, Saya.
Just let us know if you need anything.
Call that if something goes wrong.
And she just kind of stands there for a moment, despite everything you guys are saying.
While they're doing that, I want to make sure the door is unlocked and openable.
Should we have a code word?
Well, I mean, assuming just a cry for help would work.
Okay.
The door is unlocked.
Am I up to open it as well?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to open it all the way, just
Yeah.
to see if it can be opened.
There's nothing blocking the door.
Close it back up then, and wait for Saya to do what they need to do.
Make a perception for me, Jack. Like, as you're there, just looking through the gap in the door.
Alrighty. Yep, that's about right.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, you don't see anything other than, like, all the windows have been covered. So it is an incredibly dark room. And no torches have been lit. So it is a very heavily shadowed entryway. Perfect for any kind of stealth.
Yeah, I'll head back over to the group. It's dark in there. Forewarned.
Well,
It's-
vampires are in there. You'd expect it to be dark.
Thea nods and kind of fix up her cloak a little bit. And then she'll walk in and go through the door.
Okay. So you walk through the door, and the first thing that hits you is the smell of charcoal. Like,
A what?
burnt charcoal.
Okay.
So burnt ash, like burnt wood, like a sat empty fire that kind of needs cleaning. But the second thing that hits you is a strong, stale blood smell. And I'd say that because you have dark vision, you can see something hanging from the ceiling pretty much in front of you. It's maybe 30 feet away, the other side of the room.
Perception check to see what it is clearly.
With this darkness, even with dark vision, you're gonna have to just get closer.
And she kind of steps closer.
Hmm.
Stealthily. Stealthily.
Yeah, stealth check. Fair enough. You can feel your boots sticking to the floor. Like you can feel something almost suctioning your feet to the floor, and you're having to put a lot of effort into bringing it up, but even then, it's almost like peeling away Velcro. You make your way closer, and it's not hard to tell that it's a body. Make a perception check for me. Okay. Body mass wise, it doesn't match the profile of any of your party members,
Okay.
which gives you a little bit of a sigh of relief. But then that means if it's not any of your party members, who is it?
Oh no.
Um, is there a way for her to identify it?
Do you want to get up and close and personal?
It's the fucking. It's the dude whose house this is, probably. Or the coffin maker. It's probably the coffin maker, because he let us upstairs. Or something. That's my best guess.
She's gonna get up close to see who it is.
The first thing you see is that it's a person dressed for bed. They're not wearing clothing, they're wearing a nightshirt and socks. And then as you get closer, it's a big bushy beard, grey and white. Long dour face, sunken cheekbones, And as it rotates towards you, you can see that their entire front of their throat, voice box, jugular, you can even see down past the windpipe and the throat, like you can see like almost bits of spine poking through with how much meat has been torn away. It's Henrik. Henrik van der Voort, the coffin maker, hanging in front of you.
Saya's just gonna cover her mouth and just turn slightly to keep herself from screaming.
The floor. Now you realise what was sticky. He's been bled dry like a pig in an abattoir. The floor is covered in his blood. And with that mixing with what Azazel had managed to burn, has made an almost coagulated paste.
No, Hendrik, I'm so sorry. So sorry. That's a stage whisper.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of swallows hard and makes her way up the stairs. Stealthing still.
Mm. The doors are closed when you get upstairs. You know that to your left is the room with the crates.
Kind of takes a deep breath and goes, "Alright, Saya. You just gotta get them out one by one and we'll be done." Okay, you can do this. You can do this. This is fine. Completely fine. I'm just gonna close her eyes and walk through the door.
Takes you a moment for the eyes that you have to adjust to the darkness of this room. It is technically daylight, but with the windows shut, you only have thin slithers of light coming through each window, so it's hard to see. But I think it'd be pretty obvious for you. There are no bodies on the floor.
They're gone?
There's nothing here other than the crates and the wood.
But she's gonna start looking.
Okay, and how are you looking?
Of like, she's gonna avoid the crates, but she's gonna like look in like a closet, the rest of the house, anywhere where anyone might have stashed them.
Okay, investigation check. Alright. I'll say that with the 17, you go through basically every other room in the house. Like also going downstairs, check the workshop and the back room. You can't find them. Without opening the crates, you can't find them.
She doesn't want to open the crates, thinking that there's still vampires in there. Alright, she's gonna walk out. She's gonna run out of the house at that point.
Mm.
And when she gets outside, she's unhinged. and this is a big deal considering Saya doesn't show emotion, but now she is. So she just kind of goes. She goes, "Oh my god, they're not there. They were there. They were there when I woke up. They're not there anymore, and I don't know where they are. And I can't find them. I'm not checking the crates. I know what's in those crates. They're gonna kill us again. Oh my god, they're not there. I don't know where they went.
Breathe.
They're not there. They're not there.
Okay.
What did they do with them? They're complete. They're completely.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're
It's
gone.
okay.
Completely
breath.
gone.
Deep breath. Breathe in, mommy. Breathe. In. Out. In. Out.
They're gone. What could they have done with them? They're gone. They were dead to begin with. How could they do that?
Was there any tracks or traces?
No. I looked everywhere.
You said something about crates.
That's where they are. The vampires.
Oh, okay. It's a good job. You didn't go into the crates.
The coffin maker who owns this house.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. I walked in and I found him. He was hanging upside down. He was hanging upside down, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was just like hanging from the ceiling, not upside down, but like you could see he was like a little bit off the floor, but he was upright.
No,
Okay,
he was upright, but he because of how much had been taken out of his throat, he had bled onto the floor. Like he'd essentially become his own like dipping candle.
It's the same. He looked the same as my friend Caleb.
Where was everyone else?
I don't know. They're gone. I can't find them anywhere.
You checked the whole building.
Everywhere but the crates.
Can I check the outside of the building? See if there's any, like, blood spear, any suspicious dragging marks, any tracks?
Can I aid with that?
Sure, that would be... Because you're looking for tracks, that would be a survival.
Heyo.
I will aid you.
Dea, at that point, she's gonna drop to the ground with her hands on her head, kind of traumatized at the moment.
I got a 16.
Okay. And with that, Sonda, no. You don't see tracks, you don't see blood smears. You can't find anything that would be like a trail.
Alright, I'm gonna do something stupid. Hey, Jack. If you hear me yelling, open the door.
Be careful, please.
Yeah.
What?
I don't...
You're not doing what I think you're doing.
Hold
I
on.
don't know what you think I'm doing.
Checking the
Lazel?
crates.
What?
He's gonna take off his goggles and hand them over.
Oh, fuck.
Take these. Wear them.
I don't know where these have been.
On my face.
Where's your face been?
In a forge. Some of the time, sometimes inside King.
Okay, are you a sweater?
Oh my god, just take his freaking goggles.
Are these goggles that I see?
Yes, they are.
I have to wait an hour. Don't those require attunement?
No, they don't.
Sexy. Do I have night vision though? Hang on.
I have no idea. You look human, so I would assume no.
Do I have dark vision? I don't. It's I'm human. All right. All right. Cool. Fine. Awesome. I won't sell these. If you hear me screaming, though, open the door. I'm not one of those people who are like, "Oh no, leave me back." Like, open the fucking door.
Got it.
All right.
Be careful, please.
Never. Always. That's my middle name.
I know.
Time to be stupid for things I don't want to do. I want to go ahead and DM. I'd like to open the door and stealth my way in.
Stealth, boy, stealth.
Oh, I thought I was going to be like, and you died.
No.
23. I'll
Nice.
take that for first roll. First roll of the day. Okay.
Okay.
For me. So they kind of told me what was going on. I personally was gone for part of it, but I heard they can't find the bodies and they didn't check the crates. So I'm going to assume it was the crates upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to casually keep an eye out for anything and everything, and I would like to go upstairs to look for said crates.
Mm-hmm. You see the body of the coffin maker hanging in his front room, bled dry like a pig.
Mhm.
Heading upstairs, if anything, the tracks that you see are the tracks that Saya has made, as the mixture of coagulated blood and ash from your alchemist fire has made a lovely paste that covers the bottom of her boots.
Am I, since like she kind of made me aware of it, am I able to like step around that and not be in it?
I'll say that you shimmy.
Okay, shimmy, shimmy.
You might have to climb on a couple of coffins, but it's easy enough done.
That's cool. Ooh, are any of those coffins I climbed on closed?
All of them are closed.
Do they look like somebody's in them?
Not that you can tell.
That's unfortunate. I'll continue to where I was originally going for.
Okay, so heading off to the left as you head up the stairs, you're back in that storage room.
I know where I didn't want to be. I'll go ahead and I'll check. The crates are in here, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and attempt to open it quietly.
Mm-hmm. So you... I'm assuming you're just going for, like, the closest crate.
Yeah, pretty much. Just, process of elimination.
Process of elimination, that is completely fair. So you crack the lid open. And again, although to be fair, you didn't actually see it last time, so it's not completely fair to be like, and again. But you see that it is piled high with dirt. It is completely filled to the brim with dirt.
Can I summon one of my daggers and, like, poke in there, see if I feel anything other than dirt?
Sure.
Oh, good lord, you're gonna get yourself killed.
Nah.
So
I'm
you
curious
poke
one.
around in the dirt. You don't immediately feel anything other than dirt, but then you do see it stirring as hands begin to
moving?
claw their way out of the dirt.
Oh! Oops! Alright, I saw that one coming, but I had to do it. Okay. This is gonna sound really stupid because they're in the dirt. Their head's not out to see me. Is there anything I can go to hide and try to be like, you don't know I'm here?
Well, how
Something
about
else poked you.
I take you to the map, and then you can make that
Okay.
decision for yourself.
Okay.
TPK number 2.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
not
I'll just be me.
TPK if only one person dies.
Yep.
then-
Yeah, look at all the
Dragging
vampires.
people so that they are outside and able to see at least their position on the map. So then, that is everyone, is it? Oh no, we need Sonder as well. Sonder!
I'm coming, guys!
So, just for
Where's
reference for everyone, the front door is there. And I will really quickly start to configure things so that the stream can see.
Is Saya on the map?
Yeah?
Oh, I don't see him.
Yeah, that's because they're outside. You wouldn't be able to see them anyway.
I can see him through the window.
Through the window!
Wow. I'm so glad that was the only one in my
Fuck my
head
life,
that
I
had
don't
that.
want to do this.
Although actually, to be fair, do I want you guys to do this?
I'm sorry. If you guys hear crunching, I have margarita lime pistachios. Oh,
That's just a bit sexy.
it is.
Okay, so I will say, Azazel, you have one hide action to try to hide yourself. Where are you going?
Am I?
Can you not see yourself?
I can, but am I opening a crate in the middle of the room?
Yeah, because you... Well, actually,
Okay.
no, technically, because you said you would be going to the nearest crate, so you'd be there.
That's what I was looking for. Okay, so...
And I need to try and remove the templates from the last fight, but I don't know how.
So you see the little ruler, I think it's not, it's like the measurements in the top left. If you click that, and then there'll be a trash can. Click the trash can. It should delete all measurements on the table.
Nice.
I got you, boo.
Oh, you gotta love these things.
There's also a window. I could just go right through the window, but where's the fun in that?
The windows are barred. We learned that.
Oh yeah, I tried going through that the last time. Thank you. So like, are these see-through? Whatever these things are, like, are they like something you can hide behind? Like if I'm moving myself, but bear with
no,
it.
they are like they are essentially like stacks of wood. Like they are planks prepared to be turned into, what's it called? Into coffins.
Do I have movement and hide action, or just hide?
You have movement and hide. Like, this is your moment to be like, what are you doing?
10, 20, right into here. Then I could go, because I know what's in that room. Hang on, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, that would get me right into that. Ooh. Do I play it really safe, or do I go funny, guys?
Safe, obviously, unless you want to make a new character.
Safe.
So there's one. Okay, there's 2 saves.
Funny.
What would the character do?
He's very self-preservation, but... Oh, okay.
Do it for the meme.
Well, alright, I can't actually metagame on this because I'm guessing on certain things, so I should probably do this. So you see these 2 boxes over here?
Mm-hmm. You can see the lids being pushed up.
Okay, never mind.
Like, one of them has
Is
been
this
disturbed, so all of them are being disturbed. Like, it's a chain reaction
lid?
call.
Is this lid being disturbed?
Which one?
Bottom right, literally below me and to the right.
Below you and to the... There's nothing below you to the right. No!
Yeah, there
that
is.
one is not being disturbed, as far as you can tell in this really quick moment.
I heard enough people say play it safe. So, I will go ahead and use my full movement to get to this point here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, bonus action, I can dash. And that will get me fucking walls. I can get me all the way fucking walls into this box,
Into the wardrobe, yeah?
the wardrobe box, and then I will use my action to hide.
Okay. Stealth checks.
Oh, come on, Asher. I swear to fuck.
I'm fine. I'll use a luck point
Okay.
because I have those.
If you die, Aurora's gonna be extra fucked.
Are you?
Oh,
Same
God.
number. Love that. I just put myself in the corner. That's why I didn't want to go over there, but it's too late.
Okay. So, because you dashed, you can't stealth a dash.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that you can hear movement coming in your general direction,
That's fine.
as there is some kind of activity going on in the next room.
Mm-hmm.
For everyone else, you haven't heard anything from Azazel, and you don't necessarily hear anything. So I'm going to say that maybe you find that nothing suspicious, but technically nothing has happened.
I was gonna say we don't hear the footsteps of.
No, because you are outside. None of you said that you were going inside.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Do we hear anything that's
What-
weird inside there?
Also, I have a question.
Go for it.
Can I, since it's like action economy, can I roll again for stealth?
No, because that was your hide. This is their turn now, technically.
Yeah, I meant action economy. Whenever their turn's over, am I
Okay.
able to try that again?
Technically, yeah. Because you can hide every turn. You can't hear anything, Queenie, which, in fairness, you might think that nothing is suspicious. So then you walk on in, but you don't hear
I also
anything.
told you not to.
We were told when he starts yelling, we come in, so.
I was told when I start yelling, open the door.
Technically, you weren't told to come in.
Oh, yeah.
I would say, though, that you, I say, for the sake of passive... Actually, I will roll for that first, and we will see. No point me rolling private, because you'll just see it anyway. Okay, so Sonder and Queenie, you hear something coming towards you. Not necessarily coming to the front door, but you can hear movement.
Oh, Saunders immediately, like, on alert, turning towards the noise, like, something's wrong.
Mace is out. Is a mace a two-handed weapon or is it a one-handed weapon?
One-handed.
One-handed.
One.
Okay. Mace in one hand, hand axe in the other.
Okay. And then, Azazel, you said you wanted to try and re-stealth. This would be the time.
Well, do I hear them coming towards me?
Yeah.
So I have two options. I can get the fuck out of Dodge, or B, I can attempt to hide longer.
Before that happens, could I see if I could do something?
Because this is technically part of action economy, sure.
Seeing Sonder and Queenie, like, hear something, start getting ready, getting prepped, I just want to loudly open and close the door, as if someone was leaving. Not entering, not looking in, just opening and closing the door to make that sound.
Okay.
You smart
Yes.
motherfucker.
So, you would definitely hear movement coming back towards you then. As... Where are all of you? Can you please all stand, like, where you would be standing? So if you are in front of the front door, like, stand directly in front of the front door. If you're off around the corner, like, stand off around the corner. Like, I need you to stand where you are going to be standing.
I would be standing on one side of the door.
Okay.
I'd be standing closer, but not in front of it. Make a choke point.
Okay, so because that's where you've all stood, I now get to check fun things. Oh, the door is actually further up than I thought it was. Referencing is a cool thing. I need to make 2 rolls. Okay. Queenie, because of where you are stood, you and Jack, not necessarily in front of the downstairs window, but you feel like that prickly feeling of someone, like, looking at you, like it's the hairs raising on the back of the neck kind of thing.
Right.
And when you turn to look at the house, there is an eyeball staring at you through the middle slit of the window slats.
What color is the eye?
Oh, it's the skin is pallid, pale, like all the color's been drained from it, and it's like an amber, like gold kind of color.
Definitely not Azazel.
Yeah, we know Azazel's eyes are blue. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
like,
you are being stared at right now.
Come at me, bro.
Sorry for intruding. I thought somebody was home.
And like, there's a squint to the eye where it's just there, like, quickly cutting back up to Azazel. You heard movement as some go downstairs.
Fuck it. I'm just going to attempt to stealth again.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to remain quiet. Yeah! Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
27.
As far as you are aware, you've become one with the wardrobe.
I am the wardrobe. This wardrobe wants to be me at this point.
Although, I would say that from your wardrobe position, you heard the very heavy slamming of the front door.
Well, let's just hope there's no doppelgangers that look like me. I'm going to remain put for a bit. I'm just going to kind of stay there and until I feel a moment that I'm like, you know what, fuck it, it's been long enough, I'm going to start moving again.
How long is the party going to wait outside the door? Because while you're in view of the window, that eye does not move.
We need to keep the distraction here so Azazel has time to get out.
I am going to just do a ring to follow me, and I'm just going to start walking to a blind spot that cannot be seen by these windows. I want to be in earshot, but I do not want to be in sight.
Okay, so there is a blind spot between, like, what is the main front room and, like, the back area that is, like, the dining room. But you would notice, again, it'd probably be Queenie and Sander, that as Jack goes by, there are two windows to the right of the front door. And as he goes past, two sets of eyes follow him as he goes by.
Quick questions. Does this building seem like it had a third floor?
Not that you saw.
Okay, I just wasn't sure.
So, Jack, place yourself... Actually, no, I will place you because I have probably a better idea where the windows are on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Okay. You are stood here, and this is your blind spot.
I have King come with me, so we're moving outside of their line of sight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so Jack and King are stood in the blind spot. Queenie, you are stood right in front of a window, so there is someone, like, looking at you right now.
yeah, because if they're looking at me, they're not looking around inside, so...
And then I'd also say that you get the impression that there is someone at the next window that's also, like, looking in your direction.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for Saya to do her little tricky trick and use her non-spell of darkness so that the eye can't see them anymore.
If you cast darkness, nobody is gonna be able to see it at all. Because it's a cloud of darkness. It's not just like centered on one. It's not like blindness. You just make I think it's a 20-foot radius, 15-foot radius of just pure magic, so none of us will be able to see.
And
But I think-
blindness deafness only targets one creature.
It's a good idea, but I personally wouldn't do it. We're trying to be as inconspicuous as possible. Just buying enough time. If they're looking at us, they're not looking at Azazel or looking for him. So we need to keep the eyes on us.
I would also say that Aurora and Saya, because obviously you were in the fight, you know how many spawn there are. And just
Yep.
because there's 2 at the window doesn't mean there isn't another 4 somewhere else.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's true.
But we don't know that.
No, you don't know that, which is completely
We don't
fair.
know shit.
Saya is going to kind of motion to Queenie to step to the side.
I'm next to you, technically speaking. So
Oh,
you
so
can
you're
just
like
whisper to me.
right here.
Yeah, I'm right here, and you're right there. We are right next
Okay.
door to each other.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind then. In that case.
Yep.
What are you doing, team?
While I'm in this
don't
blind
know.
spot, I'm just gonna be waving everyone to move.
I'll be like, well, gang, this is fun. I'm gonna go water my cat. And I think they bought it.
You don't wash cats, sweetie.
I know that's the funny part.
I walk down here then. If this is the blind spot.
Okay.
Over here, I'm just gonna whisper to everyone. You know, they're on patrol right now, so we need to make sure that they're not gonna be at the exit. That is the only place we know Zazel can leave, so...
Stage whisper.
Yeah.
You want us to make noise at the back of the house?
Not a bad
Because
idea.
we don't know this, but there are 2 doors. Azazel would know that there are 2 doors. He has 2 ways out.
2 of you guys go to the back of the house. Make a distraction. Don't enter the building.
I would say, Azazel, for the sake of your action economy, as far as you're aware, coast is clear upstairs. You can't hear anything, but that doesn't mean there's the same is same downstairs. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but me sitting here ain't gonna do stuff. So I want to attempt to, as quietly as possible, move from the wardrobe and get to the next 2 doors.
Mm-hmm. So stealth check again as you start to move.
Oh.
8s just love you, man.
Yeah. 10. Does that see me?
Doesn't seem to.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement to go back to where I was.
For the sake for everyone else, there is a vampire spawn stood at the top of the stairs.
I literally just saw a part of its token. I was like, I'm just gonna go back.
That's probably smart.
I guess we go around to the back then and make some noise, make a racket.
I have an instrument, so I can start playing music.
You know, I was just about to say something similar, so we can play music together.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I take my dice back off you then, and I put them back in my pocket.
I could have used that feature, you dumbass. Oh, I'm not muted. Shit.
So, Sonder, as you're walking round the corner, because technically you've walked past the back door. At that point. Yeah, you see that there is another set of eyes that followed you as you went round the corner.
That's okay. I'm supposed to be a distraction. I'm just gonna
message you.
pull out my dulcimer and start playing very loudly.
That's fair. You are actually now, Sandra, aware that you are in the biggest blind spot you've seen yet. Because there is an entire, 30 feet stretch of wall that you're next to that has no windows.
Ooh, fancy. Alright.
Anybody want to go help him make a racket?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a record being made. You can hear it.
I'm playing my little heart out. Jamming, fucking headbanging or something. I don't know. Just, ooh, ah.
DM, did you see my message?
That was great.
Not
Aurora would be trying to follow along with whatever you're doing.
Saya's just gonna stage whisper to Queenie and Jack. And she goes, "There's several vampires. They're probably all around the house right now."
Hmm?
Okay.
And there's a second floor. And she just kind of does her best to describe the inside of the house and where Azazel could possibly be.
Okay. Useful.
I'm going to say yes to you with the caveat of this is going to be the performance check of your life.
Oh, so 20-ish.
It'll depend on them seeing through you.
Oh no.
Heh. Shit. Hearing noise and shit. Being like, okay, well, my job here is a lost cause. But fuck it, if he dies, he dies. No one liked him anyways, so I'm gonna do what I messaged you.
Mm-hmm.
Do my first thing, and then wait for Action Economy to come back because we need to do that.
Completely fair. So, is anyone
I would like
moving
go ahead.
while
That's right.
things are being planned in Azazel's head? Is anyone moving? Is anyone doing anything other than Sonder giving us a beautiful rendition of "My Heart Will Go On"?
No, literally.
I'm gonna hold my action.
I mean, Aurora is playing with Sonder, so.
Where are
Right.
you?
I'm so sorry.
My action is to dash to open the door
Okay.
when I hear the cue from Azazel.
That's fair enough. You have enough movement to do it from where you are.
You got this, man.
Mm-hmm. Won't laugh so hard if I die. I might actually be sad.
Alright then, Azazel.
So I want to do that, and I was still going to. No, I don't want to start stealthing. Oh wait, yeah. I guess I'll stealth first because if I don't even have to, maybe it moved by now. So I want to try that part first. Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so boom. Let's see if I get another 8. Oh, I did. Oh my!
So
That is my
funny.
5th 8, I think. Holy shit! All right, so I'm gonna go back to there. Oh, it's gone. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. Hi, I see you through the window. Does it notice me?
Doesn't seem to have.
No. Ooh, do I do that? Do I?
Get out, my dude. Just leave.
But I could just go behind them and continue looking around.
Is it worth your life?
I don't know. This might be funny.
What would Azazel do?
Azazel wouldn't be here. Okay?
Then GTFO, my guy!
He wouldn't be here, but he is also a very curious son of a bitch. Alright, So DM, you're going to tell me what happens next, and that's going to dictate my next decision, okay? I'm going to quietly step right fucking here.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if it even cares to notice me.
I can't remember the rule of stealthing in the sense of, like, I don't think you can stealth within, like, 5 feet of an enemy. Especially since you're technically... And especially because you're technically not hiding, you're just trying to walk. Are you going to continue walking, or are you just going to stand there? Okay.
I am still stealth. I did roll a stealth check, mind you. Yeah. So I'm hoping that will, like, before I test my other backup plan, I'm seeing if that will get me through.
You know what? I'm making the ruling. I don't know what the ruling is, because I can't think of it off the top of my head, but DM's down to DM final. You rolled a stealth check, and you're beating its passive perception right now. So, no, it doesn't know you're there.
Oh, thank God.
If on its turn, it decides to actively perceive or even decide to turn around, it will see you because you're in the middle of an open corridor.
Yeah.
But right now, it doesn't know you're there.
Oh. Okay, I roll a die. If it's 51 and above, I'm going to look. If it's 50 and below, I'm going home.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh. You're going home.
I don't want to. So I still, but my movement right now is not a good. So, because I have 5 more feet of movement, if I dash, it eliminates my stealth. Correct, DM?
Yeah.
So, because of D&D economy, I have to take one more step, and I'm basically gonna have to end my turn there so I can get my full movement to fucking go for it. So it might fuck me up. So we'll see. So end turn, DM, because I can't. I can't.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my God.
That was so nerve-wracking.
Okay, so Sonda and Aurora are creating band practice out the side.
Does it look like it gives a shit about the noise?
Nope. The one that stood there in the corridor, like, does not give a shit about that noise.
Okay. See.
What is there anything that anyone else is doing? Because obviously Jack is still holding his movement to dash. Open the door.
Saya told us there was a back door, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go to the actual back door. Where is it?
There.
There, that's the back door here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start banging on the back door.
Okay.
In the hopes I get some more of them to move.
DM,
But
wasn't
I
there
am-
like... Wasn't there like a tree that Azazel was climbing during our battle to get up and down?
No.
That was the windmill.
Okay.
I am.
That's still
standing-
around, right?
No, that's way back where we fought the hags.
Like, the windmill
Oh,
is its
never mind.
whole own location.
Never mind. Okay.
I'm not standing right against it and like banging the door, but I'm standing like 5 feet away from the door and using like my weapon to like bang against the door to make the noise.
Yeah. And I would say that from the thing of being a craftsman is that this door isn't secured with anything. Like, you've hit a door that's been barred before. Like, there's no barring here.
That's fine. Do I hear people like moving towards this door inside? Because I'm banging on it.
Yes, you do.
Awesome, I'm doing my job great.
Okay. Multiple things are going to happen at once. So we will see how this goes. Queenie. The door in front of you flings open.
I immediately dash backwards.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like, yeah, because action economy. Your action was to start banging against the door.
Yeah, but I'm not right against the door because I was using my weapon
Yeah,
to
no,
bang
I'm
against this one ways
aware,
away.
which is why I'm adding description. But I'm saying, like, you can't immediately back away because you used your turn to bang against the door.
Right, okay.
Because this is the beauty of doing things out of initiative. The door opens, and you are met with a person that in life looked like they could be like a peasant farmer. Long mop of dark black hair, gristle and like a beard that will never now either grow or be shaved off. And they do shriek as they take damage from the sun.
Heyo,
But
among
they
us.
are taking the shot to try and get at you through the doorway. So I'm going to have to move them into a position where they can actually attack you, because doing it through a wall doesn't count. Okay.
Okay.
You don't take any damage,
Oh, great.
but you are now grappled by this creature. It's going to use its movement to force you through the door as you are being grappled by it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Right,
Do you
okay.
hear any of this?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
And then they will go 5, 10, and drag you and go 5, 10. Because they use some of their movement to get you into the house. And because
Okay.
they're dragging someone that's forced, it is a thing of like, okay, so Azazel, you... This is going to be another one of those of bouncing between two maps. So this will be very interesting. So where is the party? I might actually... I think that's actually
Yeah.
a good point. We're going to see
I-
how
I
everyone
might
reacts
make
to
it.
this. Give me a second. And then...
I was trying to make life easier.
No, I know. We're going to see how everyone reacts to the sound, because Queenie's like yelling, making a lot of ruckus. And then I'm going to end the session there, with the idea being I will set up the maps for the fight, ready for next week. So,
Oh boy.
I will go
Rather than-
round. I will go around everyone that didn't call an action. So, right now, Sandra and Aurora, you were playing musical instruments, making a racket. Jack is holding his action to run to the door. King, very similar. So technically, the only people right now that have actions that haven't been called is Azazel and Saya.
Saya, would you like to go first?
I will say that she's gonna be holding a spell.
Okay. So just be
prepare
warned.
it.
If you don't cast it within 6 seconds, the spell slot is used, but you don't cast the spell.
What about a cantrip?
Yeah, cantrip will work.
Oh yeah. I'll hold the cantrip.
Okay. I will give you the chance, Jack, because you hear Queenie crying. If you want to use your held action for the dash to move towards Queenie, instead of going for the front door, then we'll let you do that.
Yeah, I have to.
Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will get you to there. And and I'd say that from there you'd be able to see like the open back door.
Alright.
Okay then, so last but not least, Azazel.
Definitely least. First off, why do I see Say It in the building? Is that a misclick, or did I not hear something?
Saya shouldn't be in the building. Queenie's in the building.
Oh,
I'm
Queenie's
out. It says on my
Queenie.
screen I'm outside.
I see.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
So you're on the top floor, and where Queenie is in
On the
relation
first
to where she is on the bottom floor.
Okay. So, so it's the dimensions are the same on the first floor as is the second floor. So if I was to start counting feet out up here, I would translate to the first floor, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously, I would then tell you things like, there's a wall there, there's a door there.
So, okay. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30.
I would say...
50. Okay, will 60... Hello.
He's not there, he's below.
Would 60 feet of movement get me out the front door from where I'm at? From me not seeing anything on the first floor,
25,
I should be able
30,
to.
35, 40, 45. Yeah, 45 feet will get you outside the front door.
Okay. So then what I would like to do, being the rogue that I am, I know there's one pretty much right at the steps, because I just said hello, kissed it on the neck, and walked the other side. So my question is, obviously, I know I'm going to have to roll a stealth check for this, but for that first one, to attempt to avoid attack of opportunity, I would like to try to, like, dive over top of it and, like, kind of roll when I get to the bottom of the steps, do kind of like one of those like little acrobatic rolls, and then take any attack for opportunities I fucking get. Who gives a shit? Dash and just get straight out the front door in one swift movement.
Sure.
Because I hear screaming now at this point, and all this bullshit. So I'm like, all right, time for me to get the fuck out.
Yeah. So you go 5 around the corner, stairs clear.
Well, do you still want me to roll stealth to try to sneak past them?
Oh well, this is if you're rolling stealth. If you're just dashing, then there's no point stealthing.
Well, my question is I don't know if my 30 feet gets me past one of them, stealthing's a good idea, and then dashing, I would have to take everyone else out. Will that help me at all for D&D comedy wise?
You can't see where anyone is, so you wouldn't know.
So I will stealth my first 30 and dash for my last 30.
Okay.
Question. You just disengage as the action?
I need. It's not. This is. Wait, is stealth an action?
Hiding is a bonus action for you.
Yeah, not. Okay, well then I can't do either because I have to dash. Wait, no, I don't. I can use my action to do this and then my bonus action to do that. No, that's a lie. I could triple dash technically right now.
Yeah.
Double dash.
You can triple dash if you want. Because your cunning action is dash, disengage, and hide.
Yeah. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna just use let me just use my movement first. I'm just
So
gonna
5,
move down the steps.
10, 15, 20. You get to the bottom of the stairs, and there's one right next to you.
There's one right next to me. Is there anybody else that I see down here where I'm at besides
yes,
the front door?
2 others, like, very close to you.
But I can kind of go around them? Or
Yeah,
will I
you
get
can, you can go past them. You will know what I'm talking about. Is there a DC to see past it?
I don't think so. So let me check.
Give it a read through, because for some reason I've got it in my head that there's a DC.
Action. No, there's nothing. I just am.
Okay, so you come down the stairs. I'm gonna do you stealth, and I'm gonna do a perception check.
Oh, you want me to stealth? Okay.
Yeah, well, because you said that you were gonna stealth the next bit.
Yes. Well, if I had to, yeah, I'll roll it. I don't. At this point, it's fine.
Okay.
1.
And then
Nice.
they are gonna roll perception. Okay, they are way too focused on the screaming, and they seem to be heading into the back room and away from you.
Okay, I'm not gonna look a good horse in the mouth. Dash, bop, bop, bop. I'd say I can't go
20,
through. Oh, that place.
25.
Sorry. 5, and then I see them. I'm gonna go 30, and then can I dash again? I've lost track of what I've done.
You did.
You dashed and stealthed, so no, that would be your action bonus action.
Oh, fuck! Actually, I would like you. Can you put me back in the door?
In the door?
Yeah, I would like to stop there. Actually.
Okay. So then we will end the session there for today. The idea being that I will set up the 2 floors. Oh, actually, no. Everyone's on the bottom floor now.
See, that's why I was trying to make it easy for you. I'm like, I'm going down.
Nice. In that case, then I will set up the ground floor. And make it so that everything is laid out and beautiful.
See.
Please, God. Please not another TPK. I don't have it in me to make another new character right now.
I'm so scared.
I mean, hey,
I wanted to poke around.
get some positioning going and you should be fine. But Azazel...
Oh wait, are we ending session or are we entering battle?
No, we are definitely not entering battle at this time.
Okay, good. Okay.
As much as some people
of
might
us need
want
to
it.
go to work in the morning.
Yeah, for some of us it'd be like. But I'm going to start positioning people, so the stream will see me like dragging tokens over and be like, okay, you're here, like that kind of thing. But thank you everyone for joining us today and this evening. If you are watching us live on Twitch, hello, always good to see you in the chat. But if you're here watching the VOD on Tuesday on YouTube, always welcome to have you. Links for our socials, our Discord, and whatever else is in the link tree and in the description. But all I've left to say is thank you to my lovely players, and good night.
Bye.
Not all.
Good night.